Meixi Lake, Changsha, China. Meixi Lake is a new city in the West Changsha Province zone in Hunan province, centered around a 3.85 km long lake. The vision of the city is that to make and design the city according to the climate and design the city according to eco-friendly parameters, which creates a great impact on people health and give them healthy and sustainable environment. The 120 million square foot master plan for Meixi Lake in Changsha, China is being realized. Meixi Lake uses the linear water feature as central focus around which 180,000 residents will live and work in the new city. Upon completion, the city will be home to 180,000 inhabitants and will provide residents, workers, and visitors sustainable neighborhoods for living, working, recreation, culture, and entertainment. According to KPF design principal James Clamper, over the last 10 years, China's cities have gone into ways by increasing density within the historical cores and by adding new city adjacent to the old. The latter phenomena has resulted in a new twin city paradigm. Thus, we have Shanghai Puxi and Beijing's old center and new CBD. And many of the city has spotted new towns. In Meixi Lake, they introduced integrated urban innovation. They combine water transport with localized energy production, cluster neighborhood centers, advanced flood prevention and water management, and urban agriculture. Meixi is an experiment in future city planning and building. It will serve Changsha as a new CBD, but it will also serve as a paradigm for other Chinese city planners. It's a kind of live test case. Why they develop Meixi Lake City? With China's major cities already breaching the 10 million mark in terms of population, Shanghai is home to more than 16.6 million people, Beijing 12.0 million, and Shenzhen 9 million. Leaders are looking to new cities and spaces to house the growing urban populations. Over half of China's 1.3 billion people currently live in urban areas, a dramatic rise from approximately 30% of the population in the late 1970s. China's urban population is expected to grow by an additional 350 million people over the next 12 years, and by 2030, well over 1,200 Chinese cities will be home to more than 1 million people each. This rate of urbanization brings increasing pressure on national, provincial, and city leaders to accommodate massive amounts of people. And new cities are popping up to absorb the currently large number of urban migrants. While such new developments face challenges of homogeneity, organic interest, or spatial variety populations to design cities in innovative, thoughtful, and sustainable environments. A range of architectural housing typologies can provide inhabitants with different housing options, and historic lessons on the importance of mixed-use environments can be integrated at the outset of design. Flexible building typologies can provide employers and entrepreneurs with a range of commercial and office buildings in order to respond better to the changing and growing demands for flexible workspaces. Technology and sustainable design measures are incorporated on all stages of master planning and development, making smart growth an inherent part of urban development. Plan. The radial geometry of the city plan allows for the highly efficient transport system, reducing potential pollution and energy use. Additional sustainable strategies include gray and black water collection systems, distributed energy plants, and urban agriculture. Advanced environmental engineering, pedestrian planning, cluster zoning, and garden integration are all integral components of this holistic design. The master plan seeks to establish a paradigm of land living in balance with nature. Densely concentrated urban plan packed with a full variety of functions and building types is integrated with mountains, lakes, parks, and canals, resulting in an environment that promotes both health and prosperity. As a new center within the larger metropolitan area of Changsha, Meixi proposes to offer a new model for the future of the Chinese city. Advanced environmental engineering, pedestrian planning, cluster zoning, and garden integration are all made part of a holistic strategy of design in this healthy city. Street system. Leading with street system that they formed around the lake. Out of this radial network of canals was born. These radial canals extend into the heart of the distinct residential communities that surround the mixed-use CBD. At the end of each of these radial canals is a vibrant town center which is meant to provide identity and services to the community. The question is that how they achieve eco-city approach. The radial geometry of the city plan allows for a highly efficient transport system, reducing potential pollution and energy use. Other environmental strategies include collective grey and black water system, distributed energy plants, and urban agriculture. A river flood plan is turned into a linear path what includes recreational areas, microfarms, and residential roads. The other question comes in mind that how they achieve the approach of sustainable transport system. Due to the central lake water feature, transportation by boat is highly prevalent, reducing the need for automobiles and pollution. Water is the primary element of design, the heart and center of the master plan. A 40-hectare lake is a central park of the city, providing transportation and space for gardens and cultural events. Linked with a series of radial canals or 8 neighborhood clusters that house 10,000 people each. Transportation by boat is highly prevalent, reducing the need for automobiles and pollution. Boat and cycle and walking systems creates an eco-friendly environment due to no CO2 emissions. How they use the water lake for the trade port. The Meixi Lake City Water in Center also used as a port where they import and export the products which really affect their economy and creates a great impact on their economy and provide opportunities for the people. The other question comes in mind that how the pupils who are belonging from different cultures are living together in Meixi Lake City. Art Center by Zaha Hadid Architects incorporates a contemporary art museum, a 1,800-seat theater with supporting facilities and multi-purpose hall. Its organic architecture is defined by pedestrian routes that way through the site to connect with neighboring streets, providing views of the adjacent Meixi Lake from the city and giving access to the parks and walking trails on the lakes. Festival Island, this ensemble of three separate cultural institutions create external courtyards where pedestrian routes intersect for outdoor events and sculpture exhibitions. The art and culture building in which the cultural exhibition held, which creates a link between the people and helps them to understand each other. Great landscaping for sitting near the edge of lake. This provides comfort to the people and creates a great effect on the people of the Meixi Lake. People when tired from work, they also camp on these green spaces where they like to sit and enjoy the environment. The Spiral Sightseeing Building. The Spiral Sightseeing Platform at the Meixi Lake in Changsha, China, capital of central China, Hunan province, made from 7,000 tons of steel. The spiral sightseeing platform is 35 meters high with a diameter of 86 meters, which is also considered as a landmark of Changsha, China, Meixi Lake. Outdoor sitting and green spaces. Outdoor sitting spaces where they provide concrete benches and green landscaping which gives the healthy environments to the people. All public open spaces together form a network of spaces that fulfill the functions as neighborhood parks, passive recreational areas, and corridors, well-connected walkways and cycleways, and active recreation facilities for organized sports. The master plan includes places and spaces that offer high quality opportunities for community recreation and communication to promote health and social well-being. Sustainable recycling water for pupils. Grey water reuse increases our drinking water supply, decreases water and wastewater utility bills, and reduces the burden on wastewater treatment facilities. In concert with water-wise landscaping, rainwater harvesting and conservation using grey water as a resource helps reduce dependency on imported water and protects the urban watershed and the ocean. Simply reusing grey water to flush toilets that reduce home indoor water use by 24% on average. Using filtered grey water to meet water demand for toilet flushing and laundry has the potential to reduce demand by nearly 36%. Grey water reuse in new multi-residential buildings offers clear economics of scale. How organic or natural has an impact on the environment. Why? Because everything made and sold to be transported, and transportation almost always mean burning fuels. Even sea transport, which is more environmental friendly than other forms of transport, has a big impact. Ships produce huge amount of air pollution. One large ship produces as much sulfur as 50 million cars and doesn't even count other greenhouse gases or water pollution. These problems will only go worse as the volume of shipping increases, and increase it must go, but it is an important economic driver. Even sea transport, which is more environmental friendly than other forms of transport, has a big impact. Ships produce huge amounts of air pollution. One large ship produces as much sulfur as 50 million cars, and that doesn't even count other greenhouse gases or water pollution. These problems will only grow worse as the volume of shipping increases, and increase it must. Global trade is an important economic driver that helps spur development and reduce poverty. Already it accounts for half of the world's total economic output, and over 90% of that trade goes by sea. But if there were an award for creative solution for reducing the environmental impact of the sea transport sector, it would probably go to Meixi to prevent a planned port in the Dominican Republic from causing severe damage to coral. They simply moved it using underwater balloons. The transplanted coral colonies are now thriving and attract 1,500 drivers a car. This no doubt they have a healthy and growing shipping industry to keep goods on the shelves and drive global economic development. But they also have including sea transportation system is sustainable and resilient to climate risk. It's a good thing then that there are creative options for keeping the sea green. Flood control. Flood control measures on many large rivers include levees to contain high discharge. When floods do occur, the levees constrain the water, making it move faster and deeper in the main channel instead of spreading it out across the floodplain and flowing with a large average velocity as it would naturally. If a flood does breach the levee suddenly, it causes considerable damage because of the rapid current velocity. When the levee breaks, in addition, such levees constrain flows and act like dams to upstream regions that do not have levees. In the Mississippi River basin, means annual flood damage has increased by 140% during the past 90 years. This increase is probably attributable to increase in number of leaves and removal of riparian wetlands. Language. Conclusion. Due to increasing density and sprawl of an existing city, Meixi Lake will be built up from nothing. allowing it to serve as a testing ground for advanced flood prevention and water management strategies. Environmental sustainability is crucial to a city's longevity. Building a city's infrastructure from scratch opened tremendous opportunities in this area. Water recycling in the city is centralized. Waste is minimized through efficient building systems. Urban agriculture and lake fishing provide a portion of the food, and methane is captured in the wastewater. A network of canals radiate from the edges of the lake, allowing transportation via water taxis as well as recreational fishing to take place at the heart of the city. Each canal leads to a neighborhood housing cluster which is planned for roughly 10,000 people, which will include public amenities such as school and retail, as well as landscape interstitial zones, exercise fields within the city's high-rise business district, pedestrian walkways, and ground-based and water transport basically reduced automotive use and reduced the CO2 emissions as well. Thanks for watching a video.